Hello students, welcome for another session of our class 10th, chapter 12, applications of trigonometry. In our previous classes, we have completed up to exercise 12.2, 7 problems are finished. Now, continuation in this class, question number 8. Let's see. What is given? The angles of elevation of top of a tower from the 2 points, from 2 different points at a distance of 4 meters and 9 meters. That means the 2 points are at 2 different places from the foot of the tower. One point is at 4 meters distance, another point is at 9 meters distance. From those 2 points, if you observe the top of the tower, the angle of elevations are complementary. That means what is the measure of the angles? We do not know. The angle of elevations, if you observe the top of the tower from 2 different places, one is at 4 meters away from the foot of the tower, another one is at 9 meters away from the foot of the tower. If you observe the top of the tower here, this is the foot of the tower. If you observe from point C, the angle, and if you observe the point D from here, the angle, both are different, and the sum of these two angles is 90 degrees. What is meant by complementary angles? The two angles whose sum is equal to 90 degrees is known as complementary angles. So let us find out what we have to find. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points at a distance of 4 meters and 9 meters. Find the height of the tower. Find the height of the tower. We have to find this from the base of the tower and in the same straight line which are complementary. That means the 2 points are the same line from where the top of the tower is observed. From point C and point D, it is observed that the angle of elevations are complementary. These 2 points of observation C and D are on the straight line. That is the meaning of the question. To find out the height of the tower, first let us draw the figure. If I name the tower as AB, the height I do not know, which I am going to find, so I am assuming it as h meters. Now this tower is observed from 2 different points. So let us take one point is at C, which is 4 meters, away from the foot of the tower, and another point is D, which is 9 meters. From here to here it is 9 meters. So from one point C, that is 4 meters from the foot of the tower. Second point is D, which is 9 meters away from the foot of the tower. From 2 different places, the top of the tower is observed. The angle of elevation, here one angle is there, here one angle is there. These two are complementary. What is meant by complementary? Just now I told sum of the 2 angles is equal to 90 degrees. Then those 2 angles are called complementary. If one angle is x degrees, another one must be 90 minus x. Then only we can call these 2 are complementary angles. Let us find the height of the tower by using this figure. Now, first describe this figure. Let the height of tower, what we are going to find, that only we have to assume first. So height of the tower, find the height of the tower. So height of the tower, I am taking it as AB is equal to h. I am taking h meters, suppose. Okay. Now the points of observations. The point C, the top of the tower is observed from 2 different places, from 2 different points. So that points we are taking it as C and D. So one point is at 4 meters distance, another point is at 9 meters distance. So the 2 distance AC is 4 meters and AD is 9 meters. So from C it is observed which is 4 meters distance. From D it is observed it is 9 meters distance. Now angles of elevation. The angles of elevation are complementary, which is given complementary. which is given in the question. Okay, given the angle of elevation are complementary from two different points. The top of tower is observed. The angles made here are complementary. So one angle is x. If you take the angle at C is x, the another angle will be 90 minus x. That is why the two angles are what? X and 90 minus x. These are the two angle of elevation. This angle is made at point C. This angle is made at point D. So from the figure, this is complementary. From the figure, now I am using this one now. First, ABC triangle. In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, what is the angle here? X. Okay. At C, angle X. It is how much distance? The point C 4 meters away. So with respect to this angle, this is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side. Opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. We know that trigonometric ratio. What is that? Tan. So tan C. From point C, I am observing from point C. So with respect to this C, what is the opposite side? AB. What is that opposite side? AB. So this is tan C. Now adjacent side is what? AC. Right? Now tan C. At C, what is the angle? X. So tan X is equal to here AB. AB is how much? The height of the tower, we assume it as h. Right? Now AC. AC is what? The adjacent side. AC 4 meters. The point, first point of observation is C. That is at 4 meters distance. Right? This is tan x is equal to h by 4. So I do not know the value of x, so I am not doing anything further. I am giving this is equation 1. Next, in the second triangle, another triangle, if you imagine there is no point C, the full triangle is what? ABD. From here, from D, if you observe, the angle of elevation is made is what? 90 minus x. So in triangle ABD, this one you imagine there is no line, just take ABD. In triangle ABD, in triangle ABD. Now in triangle ABD, what is the angle at D? 90 minus x. Okay. So here also opposite side is AB, adjacent side is AD. Now tan D. Now tan D at point D I am making. Right. So tan D, opposite side is what? AB. Adjacent side is what? AD completely. AD. So now D, what is the angle D? 90 minus x. So tan 90 minus x, tan 90 minus x is equal to AB is what? Height of the tower, h, by AD is how much? 9 meters. 9. Now we know the complementary trigonometric ratio, tan 90 minus a, which is cot a. So we have to write that tan 90 minus a is equal to cot a. So we know that tan and cot both are complement to each other and reciprocal of each other also. So instead of tan 90 minus x, I can write as cot x now. So this tan 90 minus x will become cot x is equal to h by 9. Again we know that cot and tan are reciprocal to each other. So 1 by cot will become tan, 1 by tan will become cot. So this cot I am writing cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. We know both are reciprocal of each other. So in place of theta here what is there? X is there. So cot x can be written as 1 by tan x. So I am writing instead of cot x I am writing it as 1 by tan x. This one. Okay, cot x is equal to h by 9. Instead of cot x I am writing 1 by tan. That is equal to h by 9. Okay, h by 9. Now by doing the cross multiplication, if I do the cross multiplication, what I get here? 9 into 1 9, tan x into h. So tan x into h is equal to 9 into 1 9. Now tan x is equal to 9 by h. Now I am write this as equation 2. Now see from 1 and 2, equation 1 tan x, equation 2 also tan x. Here tan x is equal to h by 4, here tan x is equal to 9 by h. Both here left hand side you see equation 1 left hand side tan x, equation 2 also left hand side tan x. So from 1 and 2 you can write from 1 and 2 left sides are equal, so right sides also equal. H by 4 is equal to h by 4 is equal to 9 by h. Here h by 4, which is equation 1, tan x is equal to h by 4. Then equation 2, tan x is equal to what? 9 by h. Now I do the cross multiplication. H into h, h square. 4 into 9, 36. Now h is equal to square root of, when the square comes this side it will become square root. Now h is equal to square root of 36 is what? 6. 6 square is 36. That is why square root of 36 is 6. 6 meters. H is what? Height of the tower. Therefore, height of tower is equal to 6 meters. Here very simple. You need to understand what is mean by complementary angles. And one more application what we need to do, tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Both are complement to each other. And both are reciprocals also. Okay, tan reciprocal is cot, cot reciprocal is tan. That one you have to remember. These two we are going to utilize here. Complementary angles and reciprocals. Okay, tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. 1 by tan theta is equal to cot theta. 1 by cot theta is equal to tan theta. Why? Because both are reciprocals of each other. In the question it is given that a cell tower is observed from two different points. One point is at 4 meters away, another point is at 9 meters away. Here it is 4 meters away, it is 9 meters away. From the 2 points, if you observe, the 2 points are on the straight line and the angle of elevations are complement to each other. That is why one angle is x, another angle is 90 minus x. Okay, so hope you all understood. Very simple. Just you have to remember this. Reciprocal of tan is cot, cot reciprocal is tan, and complementary tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta, cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. If you remember those 2 points, you can easily solve this problem. Hope you all understood. Let us move on to the next question. Okay, let's see question number 9. The angle of elevation of a jet plane from a point A on the ground is 60 degrees. Angle of elevation of a jet plane from a point A on the ground is 60 degrees. After a flight of 15 seconds, that means the flight means the jet plane is traveling. So after traveling some distance, how much distance it traveled we don't know, but the time is given. How far, how long it is traveled? 15 seconds. After a flight of 15 seconds, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees. That means for the first time when the flight was observed, when the plane was observed from a point A, it is making an angle of elevation 16 degrees. So in 15 seconds it is traveling from here to here. Now the position of the flight is moved from here to here. To move up from here to here, how much time it is took? 15 seconds time. In 15 seconds time, flight from point C to D, it is moved up to here. Now again, so from the same point when you observe the flight, the angle of elevation is changed. It is 30 now. For the first time, when it is observed here, it is 60 degrees angle. Second time, after 15 seconds, the flight is traveled certain distance. When it is reached up to here in the 15 seconds time, the angle of elevation is changed. How much? 30 degrees. 30 degrees. But the height is constant. It is given. The constant height 1500 root 3 meters. 1500 and root 3 meters. That means the flight is maintaining the same height and same speed also. Speed also maintains the same and height also maintains the same. But the position of the flight has been changed. First time it is at point C. After 15 seconds it is reached up to D. So when from a fixed point it is observed at point C, the angle is made 60 degrees. Next time when it is reached up to here, the angle of elevation is changed up to 30 degrees. If so, what is the distance it made? How long it is traveled? 15 seconds it traveled. In 15 seconds time, how much distance the flight has been Distance is not given. If you calculate the distance, how much it is traveled from here to here, then we can find the speed of the plane. Actually, we need to find the speed of the plane. Understand? If from a point the flight is observed which is at a height of 1503 meters, it is making an angle of 60 degrees. After 15 seconds time, the flight has been changed its position. Of course, the height is same and speed also constant. It is maintaining the same height and same speed, but it is changed its position. Now it reached here in 15 seconds time. Then the angle of elevation from the same point it is changed as 30 degrees. So in 15 seconds time, that flight has traveled some distance. So what is the speed to reach here? That speed we have to calculate. To find out the speed, we need time and distance. We know that speed is equal to distance by time formula. But we do not know the distance here. We know the time 15 seconds, but we do not know the distance. So first of all, we have to find the distance in order to find the speed. So to find the distance, how much distance it traveled from C to D. So if you point here on the ground surface, because the observation point is on the ground, it is A. So from here, suppose the position of the flight at BC here, suppose this is the height. This is the height of the flight which is from the ground surface from B to C. The height is how much? 1503 meters. After 15 seconds, it is reached up to D. Even though height is maintained constantly, so that means here also the height. Now from here, the height 1503. That means the position of the flight from C to D, the ground surface, the height is how much? 1503 meters. So let us utilize this figure to find out the speed. In order to find the speed, we need the distance. So find out the distance from this figure. Now let us describe the figure now. Let the point of observation is A. As A. From here, the angle of elevation at the point C, what is that? 60 degrees. Is 60 degrees. Now in 15 seconds time, the angle of elevation is changed at 30 degrees from the same position. Now, but the flight has reached up to D. Here also the height is same. The height of jet plane from ground surface. For the first time it is BC, and after 15 seconds it is DE. Then also the height does not change, that is 1503 meters. This is what the complete information which is given in the question. We have drawn a picture. That picture is described here. Now utilizing this figure, let us find the value which is required. Actually we have to find speed. In order to find the speed, we have the time but we do not have the distance. First of all, to find the distance, utilize the figure. Now from the figure, so first time this is triangle ABC. So first time the flight is at this place. Okay. First time the flight is starting at point C. When the flight is at point C, when it is observed from point A, what is the angle made? 60 degrees it is made. So with respect to 60 degrees, this opposite side, I want to find the distance, right? The distance from A to B, how much? The distance I want to find. So this is the adjacent side, this is the opposite side. Opposite side and adjacent side. What is the relation? Tan, trigonometric ratio tan. So tan, how much is the angle? Tan 60. With respect to this angle 60 degrees, what is the opposite side? BC. Adjacent side is what? When 60 degrees angle, this here up to here only 60 degrees. That means this position you have to take AB. AB we should take. Now tan 60, we all know that tan 60 value is how much? Root 3 only root 3. Now BC is what? Height of the flight, which is at 1500 root 3. 1500 root 3. By AB, we do not know that. AB, keep as it is. Right? Now, by doing the cross multiplication, 1 into 1500 root 3 will be 1500 root 3. AB into root 3 is AB root 3. Otherwise, root 3 AB, both whatever it is same. Root 3 into AB. Doing the cross multiplication like this. Now, 1 into 1500 root 3, 1500 and root 3. Okay? Now, AB is equal to 1500 root 3 divided by this root 3. Okay, this root 3 came in the denominator place. Now root 3 cancel. AB is equal to 1500 meters. That means when the flight is observed from the point A, it is making an angle of 60 degrees. That means the point of observation, how far it is from the flight on the ground surface, it is 1500 meters. Okay, up to here is how much? 1500 meters we got. This is 1500 meters. So from 1500 meters distance, if you observe the flight flying at 1500 root 3 meters height from the ground, it is making an angle of 60 degrees. What is the distance? 1500 meters. So we got up to here the distance we got. But that flight is traveled from here to here. That means we need actually this distance. To find out that distance, let us utilize the triangle A, E and D. ADE, this position. ADE. In triangle ADE. In triangle ADE. In this triangle, see, this is the line. What is the angle? 30 degrees. The angle of elevation is changed. Now, tan 30. Why tan again? Because here opposite side and adjacent side we are going to find. So, opposite side by adjacent side it is nothing but tan. Tan 30 degrees. With respect to 30 degrees, which is opposite side for this? This is opposite side. That is what? DE. DE. By adjacent side is what? From A to E. Complete A to E. A to E. Now, tan 30. We all know that tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. So, 1 by root 3 is equal to DE. DE how much? AB how much? Same. BC how much? So, say DE also. Why? Because it is maintaining the constant height. It is given in the question. 1500 root 3. 1500 and root 3 meters. AE. AE how much? We do not know AE completely. We know some part AB. AE can be written as AB plus BE. AB plus BE. Okay, total AB plus BE total AE. Now, doing the cross multiplication, 1 into this it will be same. AB plus BE is equal to here root 3 into this. Root 3 into 1500 root 3. So now AB plus BE from 1 I am taking this as 1 now. Okay, from 1 AB value is about 1500. So 1500 I am substituting in place of AB plus now BE is equal to, here you see this is multiplication, 1500 as it is, root 3 into root 3 square root gets cancelled. Now 1500 plus BE is equal to 1500 and square root gets cancelled, 3 is remaining. Now 1500 into 3, 0, 0, 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 1s are 3, that means 4500. Now BE we need to find. BE is equal to this 1500 is transpose that side. 4500 minus 1500, which is nothing but 3000. Okay, 3000. This is what? BE. This is BE. 3000. Okay. This is 3000. This is the distance traveled. The flight is traveled from C to D. How much distance it is made? 3000 meters distance it is made. But to make this much distance, how much time is utilized? 15 seconds. In 15 seconds time, this much distance is made. The distance made by the flight. Distance made by made by the plane in 15 seconds. In 15 seconds is how much? That is total AB plus BE. Total AB plus BE. That is total 1500 plus 3000. 1500 plus 3000. 1500 plus 3000. That is nothing but 4. Sorry, actually you should not find this total. No, in 15 seconds it is from B to E only. No need of total. Only BE. That's all. It is started from here, reached up to here. Only BE. That is BE. How much? 3000 meters. This is the distance it is made. How much time? In 15 seconds. So now we can find the speed. Speed is equal to distance. Distance by time. Distance how much it is made? 3000 meters it is made. Time how much took? 15 seconds. Now it is in meters, it is in seconds. So in meters per seconds it will come. 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30 and 2 zeros. So 200 meters per second. 200 meters per second. So what is the speed of the plane? It is 200 meters per second. The flight is traveling at 200 meters per second. That is the speed of the jet plane. Hope you all understood. Very simple. Just read the question properly, draw the figure, assign the values in the correct position, apply the trigonometric ratios and do the simplification. You will get. At last, speed formula you know, distance by time. In the question, time is given but distance is not given. Utilizing the trigonometric ratios according to this figure, we got the distance as 3000. To make that much distance, how much time is taken by the flight? 15 seconds. So distance by time, you are getting the speed of that flight. Hope you all understood. Let us move on to the last question of our applications of trigonometry chapter. 10th question. Let's see. See question number 10. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the foot of a building. Top of the tower from the foot of a building is 30 degrees. And the angle of elevation of the top of the building from the foot of the tower. Okay? Here tower and building both are opposite to each other. We need to understand that point. If we observe the top of the tower from foot of the building, angle of elevation is 30. And angle of elevation of the top of building from foot of the tower is 60. Here I have drawn the figure. See, this AB is the tower, CD is the building. So top of the tower is B, foot of the building is C. From here, if you observe the top of the tower, this is the foot of the building, this is the top of the tower. Here is tower, here building. So this is the foot of the building, this is the top of the tower. The angle of elevation is how much? 30 degrees. Now, angle of elevation of the top of building is here. From the foot of the tower, this is the tower, foot of the tower is this. From here the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. It is given. Then what is the ratio of heights of tower and building? You have to find the ratio of heights of tower and building. Before we go for the ratio, we need to find the height of the building and height of the tower. Both we have to find. Then afterwards we can find the ratio also. So to find that, let us draw the figure. As AB is the tower. So I am taking the height of the tower as TH. To understand it, simply I am noting it as TH. I am taking the height of the tower as TH. Tower height. Okay. Now building CD. So I am taking this building height as BD or otherwise BH. Height, no, to denote height, I am naming it as BH. Building height. Building height BH. Tower height TH. To understand easily, I am mentioning like this. Okay. So now what is given? If you observe the top of the tower from foot of the building, angle of elevation is 30. If you observe the top of the building from foot of the tower, is angle of elevation 60 degrees. This is given. We have to find the tower height as well as the building height. Then afterwards ratio of their heights. So let us describe the figure first. In the figure, let the height of the building, and tower, right? First, what is given? Height of tower first, tower and next building. Let the height of tower. Tower I named it as AB, so its height I took it as TH. Tower height TH. Right? Next, let the building height. We have to find the building height also, no? So let the building height of the building. Height of building. How I name the building as CD. So CD I am naming it as BH. This is building height. Tower height, building height. Now the angle of elevation. Given angle of elevation. Angle of elevation from where to where? From foot of the tower. Top of the tower from the foot of the building. Angle of elevation of top of tower to foot of building here. So top of the tower from foot of the building. Angle of elevation of top of the tower from foot of the building. Top of the tower here. Foot of the building is here. How much is the angle of elevation? 30 degrees. Right? Next again given angle of elevation. Now what? Angle of elevation of top of the building. Here top of tower from foot of the building. Top of building. From foot of the tower. Foot of tower is here. Top of building is here. How much angle? 60 degrees. This is the explanation about the figure according to the question. Now let us utilize the trigonometric ratios to find out the height of the tower and building. So to find the height of the tower first, I am using the triangle ABC because the tower is here. Okay. So ABC triangle. From the figure in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, what is involved? Tower is involved. Which angle is involved here? 30 degrees. So with respect to this 30 degrees, the tower height is what? Opposite side. The distance between the foot of the building and foot of the tower is how much? AC. So it is what? In triangle ABC, tan 30 degrees is equal to, for 30 degrees opposite side is what? AB. Opposite side is AB. Adjacent side is what? AC. Here the distance is not necessary. They did not ask to find the distance between the tower and building. They are asking only the heights of the building and tower. So tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. We all know that tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Now AB. AB is what? Height of the tower. We denoted it as TH. Tower height. Now distance between the building and the tower is AC. We don't know. Keep it as it is. Now by doing the cross multiplication, what we get? 1 into AC is equal to AC. Right? Now root 3 into TH. So root 3 into TH as it is. So we cannot go further afterwards this. So I am making it as equation 1. Now building is involved. CD is involved in which triangle? ACD triangle. In triangle ACD, which is the angle here? 60 degrees. So with respect to 60 degrees, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. So tan 60 degrees is equal to 60 degrees opposite is what? Building is what? CD. So opposite side CD, but adjacent side again AC only. AC is common in both. by AC we don't know, keep as it is. Again by doing the cross multiplication, BH into 1 BH, AC into root 3 is root 3 into AC. Root 3 into AC is equal to 1 into BH is BH. That's all. Now let us find AC only. AC is equal to, here root 3 when comes this side it will become in the denominator places. So that means BH by root 3. Here it is AC value. So here also we got AC value. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Both the time equation 1 and equation 2. Left hand side what is there? AC. Here left hand side AC. So from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. We can equalize the two equations. Why? Because left hand side here AC, here AC. AC is equal to root 3 into TH. Here AC is equal to BH by root 3. So from 1 and 2, we can write root 3 into TH is equal to BH by root 3. Actually, we need to find the heights of the towers ratio. So ratio A is to B can be written as A by B. No, A is to B is the ratio. In another form, we can write it as A by B also. So in similar way, I am taking this BH this side. So TH as it is I wrote. When this numerator comes this side, it will be by denominator BH. Here, this root 3 is there, no? Is root 3. Here, by doing the cross multiplication, so here root 3 into root 3. What here BH gone outside, it will be 1 only. This root 3 into root 3 square. So square root gets cancelled. Here TH by BH is equal to 1 by 3. But what is TH? Tower height. What is BH? Building height. What I am asking? What is the ratio of heights of tower and building? Which is first tower? Tower height. So tower height is to A by B can be written as A is to B. So TH by BH can be written as TH is to BH. Tower height is to building height. So this is the ratio of tower height and building height. So it can be written as BH by BH as DH ratio is to DH is to BH. So 1 by 3 can be written as 1 is to 3. This is the ratio of tower height and building height. Very easy. Simply applying the trigonometric ratio 30 degrees and 60 degrees. This AC is common in both the triangles. So equalizing the equation 1 and equation 2. Just transposing the left hand side to right hand side to left hand side by doing the cross multiplication. Here TH is as it is, this BH is coming this side, so TH by BH. Here when BH gone outside, here only 1 remains, 1 by this root 3 is coming here, root 3 into root 3 square. Square root gets cancelled, 1 by 3 will remain. So A by B can be written as A is to B, ratio in another form, fractional form. So this ratio TH is to BH is equal to 1 is to 3. What is TH is to BH? Tower height is to building height. That is what we need to find. What is the ratio of heights of tower and building? Tower height is to building height is 1 is to 3. So very simple. Hope you all understood. With this problem, we have completed our total chapter applications of trigonometry. Towards the chapter has been completed. Hope you all understood. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.